Polish language has countless proverbs and sayings. Some of them come from a folk wisdom, others come from fairy tales and legends. My grandmother's favorite saying was, "You cannot jump over your own dupa." You know what it means, right? There is only that much you can do. There are some things you cannot jump over. If you don't know what dupa means, ask someone who speaks Polish after Mass. I would be censored if I said it out loud here in church. The other very beautiful Polish saying is that a man of honor fights with an open visor. And I have to explain what it means. It comes from the fairy tales of knights, tournaments, virgin princesses, kings, and so on. So in many of the fairy tale stories, when a king would want to marry off his daughter, he would create a knight tournament, and anyone could come and be a suitor for the young princess. Remember that back then the knights would wear a full body armor with a big helmet and usually a movable visor that could hide your face. This way, you didn't have to be young or handsome to be a suitor for a princess. You could be ugly as night, as long as you fight well, nobody sees your face. But the Polish proverb says that a man of honor always fights with an open visor. It means you show your face. You are not hiding who you are. You are very conspicuous about your intentions. You are proud of who you are and where you stand. A man of honor always fights with an open visor. A man of honor always shows his true face. And I thought about this saying when I read the first sentence from this Sunday's Gospel. Jesus says that a shepherd enters to the gate openly, with integrity. Now, someone who is not a shepherd will jump over a fence. Someone who is not a good shepherd will sneak into the sheepfold without his visor open. Someone who is a thief and a robber will not show his true face, will not enter to the gate. That thief or robber or man with no honor would jump over the fence and try to steal what does not belong to him. In 2004 and 2005, this church was under interdict. It meant that for your disobedience, for your saying no to the archbishop to give him all your money and the title to the land, you were told no Catholic priests will ever come to this church again until you obey me. So for 18 months, there were no masses celebrated in this church. Some of you may remember these difficult and long months. But on 2 or 3 occasions, you found Father John from Chicago to come and help you. He would drive here from Chicago and on Christmas or Easter or some other occasion have Holy Mass here at St. Stanislaus, even though he was risking his life. He was risking his livelihood by coming here. But there was an agreement between the board and Father John from Chicago that his name or face would not be released. So when I was looking at the pictures from these 3 years of Father John having Mass at St. Stanislaus, his face was always blacked out in the pictures. There was a ghost behind the altar. Nobody knew, no bishop knew who Father John was. So when I was negotiating with the board in 2005 whether or not should I come to this church, I told them I will not be Father John. If I come here, we'll open to the main door of the church, I will show my face and I will show my name. You see, I believed in being a person of honor and integrity. Perhaps because of this Polish saying that a man of honor fights with his visor open. If I came here pretending to be Father John, trying to protect my good name, it would feel not all right. It would feel fake. It wouldn't feel true to myself. And I think, basing on this early experience, it has allowed us, all of us, to do things honestly and with integrity, to continue our journey in spite or maybe because of all the persecutions. Now, if you are of Polish heritage, you remember that in the good old days, your parents would never let you marry someone who isn't Polish. You remember those stories? God forbid would you date a German girl or German boy. Not to mention the Russian neighbors. If you were a Pole, you would need to date another Pole. Now, if you were Irish, God forbid that you date an English Protestant. This would be the end of the world as you know it. But of course, you know that sometimes love is blind, and you fall in love with the people you are not supposed to fall in love. And eventually, after dating for a while, you gather enough courage, you take this German boy or this German girl or this Italian or Irish partner of yours, you bring them to your parents and you say, Mommy, Daddy, like it or not, I'm going to be dating this man. I'm going to be dating this woman. And that experience is another great example of doing things with integrity, with honor, of fighting with your visor open, of showing who you are, who you love, and taking ownership of that love and relationship in your life. To fight with your visor open, it means to take ownership of who you are, what you do, and where you stand. It means to live your life with integrity. And I bet that many of you who have good Roman Catholic friends experience some awkwardness when you tell them that you go to St. Stanislaus, when you tell them that you belong to this heretic and excommunicated church. And on those occasions, again, it takes integrity and courage to say, yes, I do go to St. Stanislaus and I am not ashamed of it. That's who I am, that's what I believe in, and that's where I stand. Integrity means living your life honestly and proudly. It means loving conspicuously, it means believing conspicuously, it means fighting conspicuously. It means living your life with a visor open. A good shepherd does not hide her or his intentions. A good shepherd does not jump over a fence, hiding who or she or he truly is. When you believe in something, when you love someone, when you stand for something, do it always with honor, integrity, and with your visor open. Amen.